This is NDTV. And you're watching Ndtv-Hindu.
Hello and welcome to Headlines Now on Ndtv-Hindu. I'm Ramanathan with all the news and updates.
And I'll bring you the latest on the government's efforts to tackle the swine flu scare in the city.
I'm Salim. Journalists in Chennai and Kanjipuram met the Suburban Commissioner of Police, Mr. Jankit, condemning the disgusting behavior of the Assistant Commissioner of Police in Madipakam.
Well, my colleague Salim and Nithila will bring the updates soon, but let's take a quick look at the headlines. The big bad boy of Tamil Nadu Congress at it again as he demands the Chief Minister's seat for the party next year. Karunanidhi refuses to comment. A day after this ACP assaults a cameraman, the policeman is transferred. Journalists demand his suspension. Police point fingers at bankers again after an ATM is robbed of 21 lakh rupees. As number of swine flu deaths increase, the state is on high alert. Government says it's taking all the necessary precautions. Ndtv-Hindu does a reality check on how ready the city is to face the monsoon as it approaches the Chennai. And popular Tamil playback singer Swarnalatha, the powerful voice behind the film Karuthamma, passes away. Before we head into those stories, a quick look at the stories making national headlines. The Congress minister's house attacked in Anantnag despite a strict curfew in Kashmir. Separatist leader says he's not to blame for yesterday's violence. Even as the Yamuna begins to recede, fresh showers in the capital keep it flowing above the danger mark. The church backs Newman College's decision to sack TJ Joseph. He now plans to move court. Tim Clydesdales wins her third US Open final. Nadal is on course. Federer knocked out. Now, top story tonight. With assembly elections up ahead, the factionalism within the Tamil Nadu Congress committee and rifts between the ruling DMK and certain sections of the Congress are only coming to the fore even more blatantly. Just a day after EVK's Elangovan demanded the Chief Minister's post for the Congress party in the polls early next year, Karunanidhi today decided to decline to comment on the remark. The former Tamil Nadu Congress Committee President Elangovan on Saturday, referring to Chief Minister's assurance that all is well between the DMK and Congress, said that that was not enough and what was required is the Chief Minister's seat to be given to the Congress.
EVK Elangovan ஒரு பொது கூட்டத்துல காங்கிரஸ்க்கு அதிக சீட்டுகள் வழங்கணும் அப்படினு சொல்லிருக்காரு. போதாதிக்கு முதலமைச்சர் சீட்டை காங்கிரஸ்க்கு தான் தரணும் அப்படினு சொல்லிருக்காரு. அத பத்தி உங்களுடைய
Now, a day after a journalist was slapped and assaulted by a senior police officer, journalists are now demanding the suspension of the policeman ACP Thangaratnam. The Assistant Commissioner of Police has, however, been reprimanded and transferred. The television journalist who was attacked was taking pictures of a dead body that was removed in Pallikarnai when this Assistant Commissioner of Madipakam area objected to him clicking those pictures and physically abused him. The police officer also tried to snatch away his camera from him. Members of the Madras Union of Journalists and several other members of the press condemned the behavior of the officer and have demanded his suspension. In fact, they've also gone to the Chief Minister to ask him to intervene in the matter. Now, reporter Salim now joins us for more on that story. Salim, the Suburban Police Commissioner Jankit, under whose control the ACP is, he had met the press today, although we're being told he did not allow the cameras to roll there. But what did he have to say about this, Salim? What is his explanation that repeatedly, cameramen, journalists are being attacked in the state?
He very clearly admitted that it is the fault of the Assistant Commissioner of Police in Madipakam and that he shouldn't have behaved in such a manner, such a disgusting manner, and that too with the person who is filming the news, who is communicating the news to the masses. Mr. Jankit admitted that it is the fault of the Assistant Commissioner of Police in Madipakam, and he also justified the act of the police personnel who reacted after the reports were out in the media. Mr. Jankit very clearly said that orders were passed from the DGP's office transferring the concerned police officer. Mr. Jankit also assured the press that such an incident will not happen in future, and he also promised that he will convene a meeting with the assistant commissioner and with all the other police personnel in the suburban Chennai about how to behave with the journalists. He said that the police job is normally the police is undergoing lot of pressure when they execute a law, but Mr. Jankit admitted that the assistant commissioner is at fault and ensured that it will not happen in future.
Right, Salim, but journalists are now demanding a suspension. Although this ACP has been transferred to another area, they are now demanding suspension. What did the commissioner, suburban commissioner, have to say about that?
Even the suburban commissioner was shocked to see the videos on television, and he said that it is the fault of the assistant commissioner, and he also said that orders can only come from the DGP's office regarding the suspension of the police officer. As of now, the police officer have been transferred and his name is only in the waiting list. They have not posted him anywhere. Earlier he was the assistant commissioner of police in Madipakam, but now he is nowhere. He is sitting idle. So Mr. Jankit said that the police have reacted very quickly based on the media reports, and the police themselves condemned the act, the disgusting act of the assistant commissioner of police who attacked the media persons while they were trying to communicate the news to the masses. Ram?
Right, Salim, thanks for joining us with the updates on that developing story. Moving on, it seems thieves in the city are now focusing more on credit cards and ATMs. After a huge network of credit card fraudsters was busted last week, the police in Chennai is now investigating a theft at an ATM in Thorepakam in which 21 lakh rupees was stolen. There has been no breakthrough so far, but police have blamed the bank for its irresponsible approach towards security at its facilities.
The money stolen from the HDFC ATM center is what the bank had to pay for its carelessness in handling public money. Clearly, it was an insider's job. The robbers had used a high security password to remove 21 lakh rupees from an ATM. Police say only 62 employees of HDFC Bank and a service provider in Delhi had access to the password. The investigators also point out the password was not changed for 25 weeks. The city's top cop has said that this was a serious security lapse on the part of bankers and the security agency, who he says turned a deaf ear to the police's instruction. The police also say that this is absolute negligence on the bank's part, which has been careless with public money. The commissioner has called for an urgent meeting of bank officials over increasing thefts and to deal with the attitude of bank towards security issues. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV-Hindu.
Moving on, in the wake of the increasing number of swine flu deaths in the state, the government is taking all precautions to control the spread of the disease. In fact, Tamil Nadu Health Secretary V.K. Subraj has announced today that a swine flu vaccination center will be opened tomorrow at the King Institute of Preventive Medicine in Guindy. The center will be accessible to all. The Health Secretary also said that the decision to open the center was taken after he had reviewed the current situation in the state. Well, for more on that, our health reporter Nitila joins us live from the newsroom. She has been tracking that story very closely. Nitila, now since in this year, 9 people have died due to swine flu, and all of them have died due to a delay in diagnosis. Now, what steps specifically is the government taking towards ensuring that diagnosis happens as soon as possible so that they can at least prevent the deaths, Nitila?
Absolutely, Ram. The Health Secretary today made it clear that the focus of the Tamil Nadu government is now early diagnosis of swine flu. And to achieve the same, the Health Secretary categorically stated that a swine flu detection center will be functional at King Institute in Guindy from tomorrow onwards. This means patients exhibiting classic symptoms of swine flu like a cough or fever or cold can go to King Institute at Guindy and get themselves tested for swine flu. Now, the doctors present at the detection center may also verify the status and send these people to the vaccination center there. Of course, vaccination will be given on priority basis. People who have low immunity, people who suffer from chronic diseases, and also people who are likely to travel abroad will be given priority and they will be vaccinated. That's what the Health Secretary told us. And though the swine flu vaccine has been available in the market now for about 1.5 months, people haven't been taking to it. Not many people have taken the swine flu vaccine, and this is precisely the reason why the government is doing this now. The checkups will be free, but the vaccine will cost the patient around 150 rupees. It just needs to be taken once, and doctors say that this will protect them from swine flu. This comes after, of course, 620 people have been affected with swine flu since January this year, and the government says that over 600 people have actually been cured after treatment. 9 deaths have been reported so far. Ram?
Right, Nitla, but also there's a lot of concern about the medical and paramedical staff at the government hospital or at the private facilities where anything to do with H1N1 is happening. So any kind of precautions taken by the government to make sure that these staff don't attract this disease?
Absolutely, Ram. That's another one of their major concerns. The Health Secretary today told the press that all measures were being taken to protect them. In fact, starting tomorrow, all medical and paramedical staff at the Government General Hospital in Chennai will be vaccinated for swine flu. In fact, a circular has also been sent out to private hospitals in the city saying that they urging them to do the same for their staff, vaccinate them against swine flu, because it's these people who are most exposed to the virus. Also, sources tell us that the vaccination center that is to open in the King Institute, Guindy, something like that is in the pipeline. In all three hospitals, three major government hospitals in the city, the MMC Hospital, the Stanley Medical Hospital and the Kilpak Medical Hospital. So I think the government is making sure that the government staff are also protected against swine flu. Ram?
Right, Nitya, thanks for joining us with the updates on that story. Moving on into a short break. But on the other side, we ask if Chennai is ready for approaching monsoons. Ndtv-Hindu does a reality check. Stay with us.